Answer 20 questions with a 10 seconds timer, and beat the Millionaire Quiz. Hit the pause button if you need more time to answer the questions. Are you ready to test your knowledge and win the jackpot? Let's start the quiz and see how smart you really are. Here's your first question of today. Can you tell me in which year Christopher Columbus reached the Americas? Columbus reached the Americas in 1492, on board of his ship, Santa Maria. In actual fact, Columbus did not discover North America. Let's move on to your next question. Do you know which ancient city was buried under volcanic ash in AD 79? The correct answer is Pompeii. The city was destroyed when a nearby volcano, Mount Vesuvius, erupted, covering it in at least 19 feet of ash and volcanic debris. Let's get ready for your next question. Contestant, for 500, can you tell me what the primary component of natural gas is? Natural gas is primarily composed of methane, but also contains ethane, propane, and heavier hydrocarbons, and even trace amounts of water. Now, let's move on to your next question. For 1000, can you tell me in which year the first human did set foot on the moon? On July 20, 1969, two U.S. astronauts, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin, became the first human beings to walk on the moon. Okay, get ready for your next question. For 2000, do you know what the speed of light traveling through a vacuum is? The speed of light traveling through a vacuum is about 300,000 kilometers per second. That's about 186,000 miles per second. Now, let's see if you can answer this next question. Do you know what the rarest common blood type among humans is? AB negative is the rarest of the 8 main blood types. It is so rare that only 1% of all blood donors have it. If you enjoy the quiz, help us grow our channel. You can show your support just by smashing that like button below, or subscribe to our channel for weekly new quizzes. Let's continue and see if you can beat the Millionaire Quiz. Here is your next question already. Do you know what the capital city of Turkey is? Ankara, formerly known as Ankara and Angora, is the capital of Turkey. It is Turkey's second largest city behind Istanbul. Okay, let's get ready for your next question. Can you tell me in which year the Chernobyl nuclear disaster occurred? In the year 1986, the reactor at the nuclear power plant at Chernobyl went out of control during a test at low power, leading to an explosion that released large amounts of radiation. Okay, let's see if you know the answer to this question. Do you know in which year the American Civil War ended? The war effectively ended in April 1865, when Confederate General Robert Lee surrendered his troops to Union General Ulysses Grant. Now, let's move on to your next question. Do you know which element has the chemical symbol Na? Sodium is the chemical element with symbol Na. Classified as an alkali metal, sodium is a solid at room temperature. Okay, let's test your knowledge of anatomy with this next question. Can you tell me what the smallest bone in the human body is? The correct answer is the stapes. Located in the middle ear, the stapes is actually the smallest bone in the human body. Still following the pace? Here is your next question. Do you know what the main ingredient in traditional Middle Eastern hummus is? The correct answer is chickpeas. Hummus is typically made by blending chickpeas, tahini, olive oil, lemon juice, and garlic. Will you win the 20 million and be the contestant that will answer all questions? Let's find out with this next quiz question. For 500,000, can you tell me which gas plants primarily absorb during photosynthesis? During photosynthesis, plants absorb carbon dioxide gas from the air, but as you know, they can also absorb water from air and soil. Let's not waste time and move on to your next question. Can you tell me which mountain range is often referred to as the roof of the world? The Himalaya is an extensive mountain range in Asia that includes the highest mountain point in the world, Mount Everest. Now, let's continue with your next question. For 2 million, can you tell me in which year the First World War began? The spark that set off World War I came on June 28, 1914, when a Serbian patriot killed Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Let's see if you can also answer this next question. For 3 million, do you know which musical instrument has keys, pedals, and hammers? A piano has keys, pedals, and strings, in which the strings are struck by hammers to create the musical notes we all love to hear. Now, let's move on to your next question. Can you name the Greek mathematician considered the father of geometry? Euclid was a Greek mathematician who was considered to be the father of geometry. He was basically the founder of geometry as it is known today. Okay, here's your next question worth a whopping 5 million. Can you tell me which of these cities is not a national capital? Sydney is not a national capital. Canberra is actually the capital of Australia, not Sydney, as many believe. Did you manage to answer all questions so far? Share your score or suggestions in the comments. Let's continue the quiz and aim for the 20 million jackpot. Get ready for your next question worth 10 million. Do you know what term is used to describe a narrow body of water connecting two larger bodies of water? A strait is a naturally formed, narrow, typically navigable waterway that connects two larger bodies of water. Okay, now let's move on to the most important question of today. Can you tell me who painted the famous work, Starry Night? Vincent van Gogh painted the Starry Night in 1889, while he was staying in St. Paul Asylum in Saint-Rémy, France. Congratulations if you answered all questions and won the jackpot. If not, keep up the learning process, and hit the next video. Thank you for watching.